I real quick want to clear up something before I get into this. I'm a little worried that last time I came across perhaps a bit unclear about my thoughts on the Magic Square Optimus Prime 2.0. I want to specify that I do think it's excellent, and at the same time I also think that you should wait for a second run where they redeco the figure or cast it in a better material. With the first Optimus they did, Magic Square released it in every paint job under the sun, from new characters to metallic colors, so I fully expect them to do the same here. And when they do that, the figure will become all pro. Even in the areas where it's not doing as good as the original version like the transformation, it's not bad at it, it's just not as good. The mold has the potential to be the best Optimus ever, and it's only failed by its materials. Now for a video that it's taken me far too long to get to, because I never can do the stuff I want to on time. It's the modern reimagining of Panthor. What's this? It's not a Transformer, and it's not even a subscriber special? I must have gone mad. But now that the cat's out of the bag, perspective from the future here, I did not mean to make that pun while writing this script. Anyways, now that the cat is out of the bag on doing more than just the Transformers, I'd like to do a little more variety of things every so often. So Panthor here is Skeletor's mount, and that's all I know. Look, I'm sorry. Unlike the Transformers, He-Man was not getting played in reruns when I was a kid, so I watched the 2000s reboot like most of the way through one time when I was about 10, and that means that there's a whole drinking age between me and that experience, so I don't remember it very well. And then I watched the first season of the Netflix show where Skeletor is in it for like half of one episode and Teela is a massive bitch who thinks that because no one betrayed Adam by telling her his secret that he didn't want told, that she is therefore the real victim and not his grieving parents. No, everyone else is an evil traitor to her holier than thou self because they wouldn't betray Adam in favor of her, even though that wouldn't change anything. That show was not terrible, but dear God, did I want to see all of them gang up and beat Teela into a coma for daring to crap on everyone else in their lowest moments because they didn't share a secret that wasn't theirs to give away. Anyways, this figure is overpriced as hell. Seriously? This is like $46? It's a brick that doesn't even transform. You know, sometimes I think I should really shut my mouth about the quality decline in Transformers value when other toy lines aren't offering half as much for more. I mean, for what this is going for, it looks good. It's like halfway between a real cat and the cartoon, and I can appreciate that. The whole thing is sculpted very well, and it's covered in felt, which is both a weird and fun choice. Normally, my hands cringe at the touch of felt. I don't know why, but it just hurts me. But this is not causing the shivers up my spine like normal. So that's at least nice. And he's got the little kitty nose, so I just want to do the boop. One thing that you might be aware of is that this is trying to capture the look of figures from the 80s, and as a modern update to that, it's doing it quite well. It definitely has a presence, and it's a solid size. This is meant to be a mount or vehicle for other figures, so I think that this would display great if you're in for that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have any other He-Man figures. I'd buy the Netflix Orko if they were willing to sell it, because that show did what I thought was impossible, and made me care about Orko. But apparently, they're a bunch of cowards. So the only thing that I have to ride this is the heavy metal Barbarian Wonder Woman that I bought with the intent of reviewing probably sometime back in 2021. God, I am awful at getting around to doing the stuff that I really want to do, like fixing Earthrise. Anyways, this works way too damn well. This is far too logical, and it really helps bolster the figure's value in my eyes. Which it better, because we are currently looking at like $70 worth of toy right now, and I can tell you that when thinking of it that way, I get a little angry. His tiny little cat paws are adorable. They don't look aggressive or scary in any way, and they're sculpted in such a way that it looks like he's mildly pigeon-toed. So his little feeties are really hurting the whole giant cat of death vibe. The felt on this is pretty easily damaged. When handling this to write the review, I dropped it like 6 inches and had it bounce off the side of my desk, and it left this mark in the fabric and these scuffs on the plastic harness. So this is not as durable as something that costs this much should probably be. Definitely not for kids, they will cause this to disintegrate. Head sculpt on this is pretty good from the side or 3/4 view, but once you hit it head on, it starts to look real derpy. It goes from looking like a real cat to, would you guys like to eat some glue? Though, I don't think too many people are worried about the attractiveness of the face sculpt of the big cat mount. It's more important that it looks good from the profile where someone's riding it, which this does. Wish his teeth were a little pointier, but I understand why they did this. It's just yet another thing that's sabotaging the fearsome appearance is all. And you can hang him by his tail like a monkey. So, the look of this thing is pretty good. It's capturing what it wants to be, which is a toy from the 80s, but better than that, with some bells and whistles and some premium materials. But I must point out that I only just now discovered that there is a version of this without the fur, and it's $30 cheaper! What? $30 for some fur? That is some madness right there. As for accessories, there, I covered them, because this doesn't have any. I mean, it's got its harness, which you can take off, because reasons. This is kind of inexcusable at this price. Doubly considering the articulation. I mean, it's better than the original figures, which isn't saying much, especially when to my research, Panthor was like $6 to $7 back in the day, so due to inflation it would be like 21 now, which I think was highway robbery even back then, but it actually came with more at the time because it at least got a helmet. Guess I got my accessory with the fur! Now to be clear here, the articulation is 100 times better than back in the 80s. It's also not worth $30 for fur! I will not get over this. Head's got a fairly natural amount of range in most directions with some rotation, though it could stand to have a little more in the turning action. Mouth opens and almost closes. It looks like he's going to gum me to death. Next up, I think that this is the single part of the figure that offends me the most. This single joint is why this is a negative review and not a positive one. Shoulders go forwards and backwards. That's it, nothing else. How in this modern day and age do we not have better shoulders than this, when beast formers have to, transform, and they still handle this aspect better? Normal 90 cat elbows with rotation at the joint, no feet. Rear legs also only go forwards and back, damn it. And normal 90 cat knees with a rotation at that joint as well, and no feet. And the tail goes up, down, and rotates. So yeah, by modern standards, this is very much a brick. Even OG Beast Wars figures tended to be about equal and posing to this, and those are 25 years old and still transformed. So look, if you get the non-furry version for like $10, this is not a bad buy. It's a fun little medium-sized figure that looks just like what it wants to, evoking the figures of yesteryear that I think I've demonstrated you don't need to have another He-Man figure to enjoy. Though I don't think this would work quite as well with a Spartan riding it, though maybe a Cobra Commander works too. But yeah, screw the furry version. $30 more. $30 extra dollars. Are you high? You as the consumer should wait till these go on clearance cause they aren't selling, so it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because they want $30 more for a fuzzy version and I totally don't want to strangle whoever came up with that price! Anyways, it's time for the monthly shoutouts. If you'd like a shoutout yourself, then please follow the instructions on your screens. If you don't follow the instructions completely, then any information that you leave out will not be included in your shoutout. And if important enough information is left out, I just won't do the shoutout altogether and you'll have to wait till next month to get yours. Check out the Red Prime. He does what he likes to call Transformers slag posts, which are like shit posts, but Transformers themed. Happy belated birthday to one of my longest running subscribers, Jamal Don't Pull Out the 9. Thanks for sticking with me so long and sorry this message is late. I hope you had a great birthday. AllHailMegatronusPrime's channel turns 1 year old this month. Congratulations, my guy. It's crazy how much time flies when you're doing YouTube, isn't it? I hope you get all the subscribers you could possibly want. Happy birthday to Megatron D16. This shoutouts section has been a lot of awesome anniversaries, so I hope your birthday was an awesome one as well. Thank you for making what I do feel so worthwhile. And happy birthday yesterday to Transformers Fan 5130. And lastly, Victor Wilfong would like you to check out their YouTube channel, where he is apparently terrible at keeping up on the videos there. He uploads the captures of his drawing process there, so if you already liked his stuff on Instagram and DeviantArt, this is another place that you can follow him. And here is his latest fan art of RC. Now that's gotta be the shortest shoutout section I've ever done. Thank you all for checking it out. Now I'd like to inform you that the new Discord channel is running smoothly, at least to my perception, so if you'd like to check it out, there's a link in the description. The current logo for the Discord was decided in an art contest there, so congratulations to Zoidas for winning that and getting to pick the new logo for the Discord. And congratulations to the Time Man for winning the one after that with his Soundwave pixel art. I wish everyone here a happy birthday if you had one this month, or will have one next month. And that's not half what I have to say, but it's enough what I have to say. And I know, you know, what everyone else tells you to do at the end of these videos. So, if you liked what you saw here, please do that. And if you'd like to take it a step further, then please share this video with any friend you think may be interested. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me waste your time.